Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Old Time Rock and Roll. I'm your host, David Tear, where I've been featuring my personal top 3,000 list of what I consider roughly the top 3,000 songs of the rock era from 1954 to 1999. Today, I'm up to song number 2959, which is Reflections of My Life by a group called the Marmalade. Um, and in case you guys aren't familiar with this song, it was their only big hit in the USA. They were a Scottish band. Maybe I'll tell you a little bit about the band first. They actually their lead singer was Dean Ford. They started out as Dean Ford and then Gaylords in 1961. They didn't have too much success early on, but then in '66 they became known as the Marmalade, and they had several big hits in Britain. They only, like I said, they only had one big hit in USA, and that was Reflections of My Life, the one I'm featuring today. But some of their other hits in the UK included Lovin' Things, and they actually had a version of Obla Di Obla Da in '68. That was a Beatles song that came out same year, I think. And then they also had in '69 they had Baby Make It Soon and Reflections of My Life. I guess that was a hit the year before in UK, '69. And then they had some more hits later on. They had Cousin Norman, The Dancer, and Falling Apart at the Seams in the early '70s. So they had a few hits in the UK, but they weren't a big band in the USA. And the song I'm featuring today, Reflections of My Life, I don't know if you've heard this song, but it's a very sad song. As a matter of fact, one of my friends asked me about a few weeks ago, after I featured "Sad Songs Say So Much" by Elton John. He asked me what were some of the saddest songs I knew, and I couldn't tell. I said, I know more than I can count. He said, "Well, how about the top five?" And it was a little challenging for me. I mean, I know a lot of sad songs. A lot of sad songs are very big hits because like blues is all based on sad songs, and country music too. And I think it's kind of a way of expressing yourself through music that it kind of makes you less sad when you can sing about your troubles. But I came up with a list of five of what I considered the saddest songs I knew. And this song, Reflects of My Life, was actually number two on my list. I'm not going to tell you what was number one. That's coming up later in my countdown, but maybe you guys can think about that one. But Reflections of My Life is a very, very sad song, I think. I mean, even the melody's sad. I mean, I don't even know exactly what these guys were singing about, but it just there's a line in it. This is the world is a bad place, a terrible place to live, but I don't want to die. And the chorus is like, all my sorrows, sad tomorrows, take me back to my own home. I always kind of assumed it was an anti-war song. I thought it was about Vietnam because they're saying "take me back to my own home," like maybe I'm off fighting war in Vietnam and I just want to get back home safe. And he's like, "I don't want to die," and kind of like he's afraid that he might get killed for no good reason. And I don't know. They don't explicitly mention Vietnam, or it doesn't explicitly mention war, but it's just very, very sad. And there've been for times I felt like this. I mean, I don't want to pour out my heart to you guys, but when I was young, I was pretty sad, and there've been a lot of times when I felt the same way, like the world was a terrible place, and I didn't even really know why I was here. And I think a lot of people felt that way at some time or other. I don't feel that way anymore. That's the good news. I have a pretty positive outlook on life now, but I've gone through some periods of depression, and I think that's enough said about that. But I could relate to this firsthand what they're singing about, and it is very sad to me. I mean, it's kind of sad to know that there's other people who feel this way about life. But life is pretty beautiful. I mean, I've learned that. There's a lot of hardships in life, but there's also a lot of wonderful things about life. So I don't agree with Marmalade when they say it's a terrible place to live. I mean, it could be better, but it's not horrible. It could be a lot worse too. And I think for most of history, I think things have been much, much worse than they are today. So anyway, it is a sad song. It's a very sad song, and but I guess I sort of like it for some of that reasons. It's not that high on my list just because I think it's too sad and it's too sappy. But it is a good song. So anyway, that's my profile on Reflections of My Life by Marmalade. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.